Hey everyone, it's Yasmin Willen and welcome back to my channel. Some John and Kate news, everyone. If you have not heard or if you don't remember, there was like this show on TLC called John and Kate Plus 8. First of all, this is such a throwback for me. I used to totally watch that show. How many of you all used to watch this show? I used to love watching John and Kate Plus 8, just seeing all the kids grow up super fast, seeing Kate being a wife, John being a husband, the struggles of having like 8 kids. Like, it was so like amazing. I like freaking love that show. So, okay, fangirling over. To the news, there has been numerous sources stating that John was actually offered like $1 million to actually stay in a marriage with Kate, to fake their marriage, but instead he turned down that offer and he decided to go ahead and divorce Kate. Anyway, some of you may all be like, what the heck, like what happened? So I'm just gonna read off to you all like what some sources are reporting on this entire situation with John and Kate Plus 8. I know from my own personal like perspective of watching the show, I do know that they were having a lot of issues in their marriage. I know that they were not truly that happy, and that especially John wasn't happy. And before you know it, I did hear that they were getting divorced, but I had no idea that TLC actually offered John $1 million to not divorce her. So again, I didn't even know about this myself. So it states here, John Gosselin claims he was offered more than $1 million by TLC to lie about his failing marriage to Kate, but he decided to divorce her anyway. Now, it says that in an exclusive interview to the Daily Mail TV, he actually told the network that he was offered $1 million, which is a lot of money, to stay married to Kate and to pretty much, go for another season since the reality show was such a big hit. Now, we all know that they had been married for about 10 years, and he stated that he was not willing to live a lie for the cameras. John Gosselin stated, "I left the show so my children would never have to relive our divorce. That's it," John said. "I could have made millions of dollars if I would have just continued, took their offer, and stayed married for 2 years. And I probably wouldn't even be sitting here today, but I couldn't live with myself. I couldn't live a lie," he added. John claims that Kate and TLC conspired against him in 2009 after the reality couple's marriage was broken beyond repair. John claims that the network paid for marriage counseling because they were so desperate to keep John and Kate Plus 8 running. Soon after, John says that when he told TLC he wanted to quit the show, he said TLC was not having it. They told him that he couldn't quit, he couldn't leave. Now, John also stated that TLC actually sued him once he actually divorced Kate. TLC sued him for about $1.5 million for breaching the contract and actually, going through the divorce with Kate. Now, in the courts, they actually settled for about $200,000, which is like a huge break. He got a huge break, even though $200,000 is still a lot of money. From $1.5 million to $200,000, that's still a lot of money. So the last episode of John and Kate Plus 8 aired like back in November of 2009. Now, John does state that the only good thing that has came out of all of this, all of this crazy situation, is that he has been able to like maintain the relationship with his children. So, that is the news, everyone, in regards to this entire John and Kate Plus 8 situation. Wow. My thing is this: you must have really been miserable in your marriage, John, to give up over $1 million just to stay married for another 2 years and like film your life. You literally had to be really at rock bottom, and that's just up here, like just emotionally done, for you to turn down that large sum of money just to stay married and just to be on a show for another 2 years, like with your kids. So I can tell, like early on when I was watching the show John and Kate Plus 8, I could totally tell John was really irritable all the time. He seemed to like really not be connected with the family. He seemed to be emotionally disconnected. He seemed to distance himself a lot. And I'm not too sure like I'm not too sure what really caused the rift in their marriage. I know that John said that it was TLC just pushing a lot on their marriage and Kate trying to go along with it and John just saying, no, I don't want to do that. So I think the show definitely broke their marriage, but John has to take responsibility for himself too. He wasn't happy in that marriage due to other things that was, you know, aside from this show. I personally don't even feel like he wanted all those kids. That's just how I feel. I feel like he did not want all of those kids. He did not want to have so many kids, and I'm pretty sure it drives him nuts being around those children 24/7 when they're so little, so small, they need so much attention. I definitely feel like he was like, look, I am ready to call it quits. Kate is up my butt about this. She's up my butt about that. Kate is a control freak. She's like super a control freak. She's like OCD. She's definitely like that over-the-top super mom, as we all know, right? So I think all that stuff combined with the show definitely sent John over the edge. So what do you think about this situation, everyone? The fact that John was offered over $1 million to only stay married for 2 years and to film on the show, and he turned it down because he said that he just didn't want to do it. What do you all think about that? If you were in his situation, what would you do? Me personally, I mean, I would take the money because at the end of the day, the average retirement that I read was like $108K, and that's like with you owning everything. So if I get even $1 million, I'm set for life. I'm set for life, literally. So it's just like I have to think about my livelihood, my children in the sense of finances, especially the job market nowadays is not that great. Just to be honest with you, a lot of people go to college, get degrees, and they can't even land jobs. So you have a whole network saying, we will literally throw you millions of dollars just to stay married and film for 2 years. Okay, I'll definitely do that. And then after my 2 years, I'll get it in writing. I'm done and I have my millions of dollars and I can live well and invest in my children. So that's my mindset. Some people don't think of it that way. What do you all think? Let me know in the comments below. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. I'm Yazmin Woodland. I talk about all things celebrity news, viral news. I also talk about beauty, makeup, skincare, and stuff like that. So hit that subscribe button, okay? Thank you all for tuning in. It's Yazmin Woodland, and until next time, see ya. That was a weird wave. Let me do that again. See ya.